case, I was struck by the stark numbers. 7 years in prison, a $500 fine, and the court already weighing deferred adjudication. Right from the start, you know this isn't just paperwork. This is a woman's life hanging in the balance. The legal system is meticulous, and every word in that plea bargain matters.
They're recommending community supervision, and there are items to be taken in consideration. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI report?
Yes,
Any objections to the PSI report, state or defense?
Judge, so there are some errors on the PSI.
You can see how even small mistakes in the PSI report can matter. Defense pointing out errors, the wrong offense date, confusion over prior assaults. It's more than nitpicking. This is about making sure the record reflects the truth before someone's future is locked away. It's tense because these details can sway a judge.
Okay.
We just wanted to make sure you were aware.
All right, and the court is also in receipt of victim impact statement. And the court reviewed that without objections from the state or defense, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
And the court is also in receipt of letters that defense presented on behalf of the accused. And there were no objections to the court reading those letters, is that correct, state and defense?
No objection, State Judge.
All right, so the court has reviewed all of those documents.
Your Honor, I also raised that the part of the agreement of coming back today was that the misdemeanor occurred on the same day of this alleged date. Was to be taken into consideration with CC County Court 4 case 9069-3701.
Yes, and the court does have that as a part of the plea bargaining agreement.
And Judge, just to kind of expand on that, I believe as an additional part of the plea agreement was that she was to take responsibility for what happened as a part of the TIC.
Yes. Okay. All right, so my understanding, the complainant in this case is Rebecca Martinez.
Yes.
All right, and is that the Rebecca Martinez who's on the fourth court?
Yes, Judge.
Yes, sir.
All right,
President of the courtroom.
so that everybody can be aware, I do know Rebecca Martinez. She's never been to dinner at my house. I've never been to dinner at her house, but I do know her. We are colleagues, and when I see her, I say hello. She says hello to me. I may ask her about her day. She may ask me about my day. But I will tell you that my decision on this case is not going to be impacted by the fact that I know her. So if anyone has any objections to me hearing this, now is the time to say so. State?
No, Your Honor.
Defense?
Your Honor, I have all the confidence that it was fair and right in this case, so no objection.
All right. So are there any witnesses that anyone wishes to present? State?
So the state doesn't have any witnesses. The main thing that we wanted the court to be aware of was the statement from the complainant,
All
which the court has already noted that they read.
Yes. Defense, any witnesses?
Your Honor, other than my plea to you and our arguments to you before considering sentencing in this matter, I will be speaking, and Ms. Segundo may say a couple of words, and Ms. Segundo's parents are present in support of her today. They can stand with Mr. is standing here in support of her today.
All right, thank you.
They will not be speaking.
All right. So before I begin with your presentation, with regards to the case to be taken in consideration, if you could raise your right hand for me, please. Do you solemnly swear affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes,
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Gracie Segunda.
All right, and with regards to County Court Cause number 693-701, the state is taking that case into consideration, but to that case, how do you plead?
No contest, sorry. I'm just nervous.
That's okay. So in order for me to take that into consideration, she will have to accept full responsibility for it. So a no contest plea, I can't accept that because I don't have any police reports in regards to that. So she will have to enter a plea of guilty to it and accept responsibility for it. And then the state will tender dismissal to the court and the court will sign that. I don't know if you want to discuss that with her.
I will go ahead and proceed with a guilty plea, Your Honor.
All right. So the County Court Cause number 693-701, how do you plead to that? All right. And state, do you have the dismissal
Yes,
for the
Judge.
court in that cause number? All right. So the court then will hear argument. State your opposed.
Then the state lays it out. The victim is still living with the trauma from that day. Severe injury, life altered. It hits hard. You can't help but feel the gravity. This wasn't just a fight. It was a moment that echoes through someone else's life every single day.
Defense.
Your Honor, we're here because
Defense paints a human story. Single mother, for kids, a career, community support. 32 letters vouching for her character. They argue this one mistake shouldn't define her entire life. And honestly, hearing that, you start rooting for her. She's not a villain. She's a person trying to navigate the aftermath of a split-second decision.
and for that reason, we think that she should be given an opportunity to earn the right to be able not to be a convicted felon. The amount of restitution in this case, I think we've agreed to, that was presented before the court was $2,416.29. We fully agreed to repay that. We will work hard every day to pay that back. But in this working community and in Houston and San Antonio, mothers every day have challenges. And we regret that this happened. And I know that she sincerely has nothing personal against Ms. Martinez or her husband. She wants to do what's right, but she also wants a chance, Judge. And I'm asking you with all the fiber of my body to give her that chance. And I will make sure and work with her that she will comply with every condition so she will never be back here before you regarding any violation or any condition of this case. You want to say something?
No, I'm nervous.
All right. Well, just
The elevator scene is almost cinematic, crowded, chaotic, and a misunderstanding that blows up in seconds. Neither side wanted this fight, yet here we are, 2 years later, untangling what happened in a flash. You realize how fragile control can be, and how quickly life-altering consequences can follow.
I just, somebody in my party was getting into it and somebody hit me and I just reacted. And unfortunately, I feel bad and should never have done that. Shouldn't have got to that. It just happened really quick.
I know things happen quickly, but the police report I'm reading, it doesn't say that somebody in your party got in an altercation and you got hit, and so therefore you got into a fight. What your counsel is telling me is that somebody in your party, I guess, was in a fight, and then you decided to get involved in that fight.
I went to go and try and pull my friend away, and then I don't know, it was just a bunch of people, and somebody hit me, and I just reacted.
Your Honor, if I could clarify, I think the facts is this is a COVID era situation in the elevator. These elevators can accommodate.
Then comes the victim's husband, explaining the fear, the panic, the physical assault. It's chilling to hear. You feel their shock, their kids crying, the helplessness. This adds tension and reminds us justice isn't just theory. It's real people affected.
She struck and she injured Ms. Martinez. And so it's regrettable, Judge. There's no doubt about that. And this incident happened in a matter of seconds. And that's why we're here 2 years later doing that. In addition to that, Judge, there is a civil suit in this case where the parties in this case are seeking $1 million in damages against my client. And so this case will not end today. It will continue in a civil matter with a lower burden of proof, where she will have to defend herself in a civil cause of action for money damages.
And Judge, just to clarify from the state's end, I would disagree with the characterization of how the incident started. The party was already on the elevator. The complainant's party was already on the elevator. They were asked to not enter the elevator. They weren't kicked off the elevator. They were asked not to enter.
They were in the elevator.
And that's what started it.
And I also have a copy of the lawsuit that was filed this week before the sentencing, where they're seeking $1 million damages in civil lawsuit right here. You want to see it, Judge? It's public record.
I would object just because relevance.
So lawsuits and filed in the city court. That's a copy from the courthouse.
All right. Unless there are some facts that are listed in the
It leaves the
lawsuit.
whole case, Your Honor. Exactly what you're talking about is pled in the civil suit.
I mean, if that document has facts that somebody has, well, alleged facts that somebody has presented, that's a different rendition from what's in here, then the court will,
It does not, Judge.
all right. So,
Just to let you know, there is a civil suit.
all right, then the objection will be sustained. All right. Anything else from either side?
No, Your Honor.
No, no.
All right. I've read your letters that were presented, and it appears that, other than this one incident, you're a great person. But sometimes sentencing, well, not sometimes, always sentencing has to do with punishment, rehabilitation, and basically whether or not someone should go to prison or not go to prison. These are all things I have to think about. You understand? And so I have to weigh certain things. And the things that I'm weighing are the fact that there were people in the elevator and you were asked not to get on the elevator. Is that correct or is that not correct?
You were on the elevator.
Your Honor, the elevator's door was open. They entered into the elevator and they were asked, there were too many in the elevator, and the elevator operator asked people to voluntarily get off.
All right, so there were already people on the elevator. Then you got on the elevator and you were asked to get out?
Us just walked in at once.
All
And
right,
then
and then you were asked to leave.
they said we need people to get on.
All right, so why didn't you just get off the elevator? That's what I don't understand.
Sure. You didn't decide that.
Yeah.
She didn't decide that. It was a person that she was with, Your Honor, who is a defendant in the case that's in another court.
So my question is though, if there are too many people on the elevator, and let's say you get on the elevator, it's a group of you, the elevator is already filled. I'm assuming, and correct me if I'm wrong, people were on the elevator, they had not met maybe their 7-person capacity. And then you and your group come on, and because of the number in your group, they've exceeded their 7-person capacity. And then they're saying, you all need to get off the elevator and wait. Why not just get off the elevator? That's what I don't understand. Even if you're with somebody in your party who says, I'm not getting off the elevator, why didn't you just get off and I'll wait for the next elevator? I'll take the stairs. I don't understand.
We had already gotten off 2-4, so we said like we've been waiting, but we didn't want to be the ones to get out.
And was alcohol involved, or people just don't want to take
It
the
was after a
stairs?
football game, Judge.
State, does anybody want to, I know the complainants are here. Do they want to
No,
say anything to the court?
no, no.
Okay,
Oh, Your Honor, may I have one moment?
yes. And then after this, we're going to take up Pete Diaz, Emmanuel Castro, Michael Martinez, Larry Berry, and Michael Moore.
Your Honor, I'm going to call case once again.
Okay,
Your Honor, he's not a victim in this case. Why would he come to?
I mean, we'll see what he has to say. I don't know if he's a relevant witness or not, but if he were present at the scene.
I would think that the person involved is the one who's, in this case, is the one that would need to address it. He's had his day in court. He has spoken before the court. I don't see why he needs to speak in this case.
Finally, both sides make their last plea. Defense asks for a chance. State demands accountability. And the judge? Balancing sympathy with punishment, life circumstances with legal precedent. The sentence, suspended prison, probation, restitution, reflects that tension. Consequences, yes, but a path to redemption. You walk away thinking about choices, accountability, and the complexity of justice.